Does Fatima think she about to get caught? Y'all, if we leave it to the end of episode 1, when we see the receptionist come in and tell Andi and Fatima that Hayden has been found dead in the parking garage, Fatima looks so concerned. And I get it. Part of it's the guilt of like she knows he's beat up. I don't think that she believes that he's dead, but she don't necessarily know because she walked off, right? Like she gave her little 1-2 punch. She called in them boys and then they finished it while she walked off. Now she could have given them instructions to hurt him and not kill him, and they might have went too far. So she could also be very concerned about if they might have went too far and what she's going to do then. I think it's safe to assume that she really grabs her stuff from this moment on and runs instantly to Zach, which is what we're going to see in episode 2. We get a moment in the trailers where we see Andi confronting Fatima and Zach and telling them like, yo, y'all were pissed at him, so that makes y'all suspects. So we know that Fatima makes it to the duplex because I think that that's where she goes immediately. She does so even before calling Zach, because we also saw in the preview that Andi was on the phone with Zach. He's like, well, did Hayden hurt her because I killed him? And he's still trying to get in contact with Fatima because she's not answering the phone from earlier when he was calling. So she's going to run to Zach, and I think she's just going to run to Zach to give him a heads up, but not to tell him everything. And part of me feels like she's a little bit worried that she can get caught, but also I think she's just a little bit concerned in how everything is going to roll out. Like if they're claiming that he's actually dead, that wasn't actually a part of the plan. So that could be a super huge reason for her to be of concern. Now, when we saw in the previews where she's telling Zach the less you know, the better, she's definitely going to protect him in this, in that Hayden did approach Zach the night before. Okay, cool. But he didn't actually have anything to do with Hayden actually getting beaten up. And Fatima's not going to let him take the fall for it or not let him get roped into it. I think she just really wants to communicate it to him. But I do think that there's a little bit of fear of like what is going to happen now, because if the plan was never for Hayden to die and she thinks that Hayden actually was killed because they went a little bit too far, then now she got to really come up with a new plan on the fly. And I know our sister got a good head on her shoulders and all that, but that don't mean that the cage can't rattle a little bit and she can't get a little bit shook. Now, do she think that she gonna get caught? I don't know. Andi says when they find the security camera footage, y'all gonna go to jail. And it's like, Andi, there is no security camera footage. That's how Jasmine was able to pull that gun on you with her homegirls try to beat you up when Fatima came and saved the day for you. So there is no footage actually right there. I would love for y'all to check out my Is Hayden Dead video, because I talk about who could have been a witness to seeing him get beat up in the parking garage that we aren't necessarily thinking about immediately, but it went to that place in my mind, and I want y'all to be mindful about that, because I definitely think that that's a storyline that we can actually see happen. So watch that video, link in the cards above, description box down below. But she could be a little worried. She could be a little worried if she is going to get caught, because killing him wasn't a part of the plan. She knows that there's no security cam footage. However, there could be a potential witness. So there's a couple of loose ends that really need to get tied up, and they need to figure out how they're going to spin it. One thing I know that she's doing is keeping a cool head and not telling Zach everything that's happening, because she knows that she tells him that, then he'll be able to testify. So that's good. She's still calm enough to be able to do that, but she's not completely calm as if nothing is actually wrong or nothing is actually going to fall back on them. But I would love to know what y'all think in the comment section down below. Do y'all think that Fatima thinks that she's going to get caught? Do you think that she's going to get caught? We talked a little bit about who the person is that, or I mentioned the person that could have witnessed Hayden getting his ass beat in this parking lot. You need to watch this video so that you know exactly who this person is and what motivation they are going to have to actually turn her in.